Hey everybody, it's MotherGoose27 and welcome back to my channel. So, today's video is not going to be so happy. I am not pleased. So, as most of you guys know, I am a huge Avatar the Last Airbender fan. It is my all-time favorite television show ever. Hands down, best of the best. I literally have an Avatar the Last Airbender tattoo on my shoulder. My cat's name is Azula. I love the show. I've watched it at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, every year since it's come out. And yes, I am a huge nerd. And I was so incredibly excited for the Netflix live action version. And I know a lot of the community wasn't. A lot of the community felt like, why are we even doing a live action version? We've already seen how horrible it could be. Why don't we just get a third series about the next Avatar or a previous Avatar? And I agree, that would be really awesome. But I really wanted to see this live action, not because I wanted to see the world of Avatar in live action, but because the original creators wanted to expand on the story. They wanted to do more character development, and I just wanted more. I wanted more of Aang and the gang, and I really wanted to see what the original creators, keyword there, original creators, were going to add to the story. We got the announcement 2 years ago. 2020 hits. They still haven't done casting, or in the middle of casting. I think they did some test shoots that got leaked, but nothing official. And a lot of us were getting worried. I was getting worried, but I stuck by it. I was like, no matter how long it takes, the original creators are on board. This is going to be good. This is going to be their vision. They know the Avatar universe better than any of us. But of course, Netflix just couldn't keep their original promise. And long story short, the original creators had their vision that they were trying to pursue, and Netflix just said, hey, you know how we promised you that we were going to help you complete your vision? Now we're going to go this way. And a couple days ago, the original creators officially left the Netflix live-action Avatar the Last Airbender project, and my heart is broken. I am sad, but I'm also really angry. Like, Netflix, you had everything you needed. You, in the palm of your hands, to have your next Stranger Things, your next Witcher. You had all the makings for an amazing, beautiful series that would have gotten you so many subscribers. But no. You just had to mess it up. And just real quick, if you guys haven't read the original creators' posts and blogs about it, I'm just going to read a couple lines from each of them so you guys kind of get a little perspective on what's going on here. We're going to start with Mike first. I'm going to read two of his things. Also, in the description will be a link to both of these if you guys want to read the full statements. Mike says, when Bryan and I signed onto the project in 2018, we were hired as executive producers and showrunners. In a joint announcement for the series, Netflix said that it was committed to honoring our vision for this retelling and to supporting us on creating the series. And we expressed how excited we were for the opportunity to be at the helm. Unfortunately, things did not go as we'd hoped. Of course not. Of course not. I got one more from Mike that I want to read. Mike says, and who knows, Netflix live-action adaptation of Avatar has the potential to be good. It might turn out to be a show many of you end up enjoying. But what I can be certain about is that whatever version ends up on screen, it will not be what Bryan and I envisioned or intended to make. Oh, that just makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. This is their universe. It is their world. They created it. They poured their blood, sweat, and tears into it. They made one of the best series of all time. Like, I may view it as my favorite series, but I know a lot of people, they may not consider it their favorite. They definitely consider it top 10, top 5, top 3. It is so amazing, and it is their world. And Netflix promised them that they would have control, and they took it all away. And does this remind anyone else of I don't know, maybe The Rise of Skywalker? It makes me so sad thinking about J.J. Abrams and how Disney promised him that he would have more creative control, and then they gave him less creative control. And it's so frustrating. Why do companies do this? Okay, sorry, I went on a rant. Let me read Bryan's statement. Bryan said, "When Netflix brought me on board to run this series alongside Mike 2 years ago, they made a very public promise to support our vision. Unfortunately, there was no follow-through on that promise, though I got to work with some great individuals both on Netflix side and on our own small development team. The general handling of the project created what I felt was a negative and unsupportive environment." Why, Netflix? Why? I don't know. I don't have a lot to say. I'm disappointed and I'm angry. And I feel like a lot of fans are, and we should be. And what a horrible time. Legend of Korra just dropped. This would have been the perfect time for Netflix to come out with some good news about the live action Avatar series to come alongside The Legend of Korra being released on Netflix. But no, it's negative. It's negative. Now, I don't know any of the details. I don't know what happened behind scenes. I mean, we got a little glimpse of it from their statements, but I would not be surprised if Netflix felt like Mike and Bryan, because they've only worked on animated shows, were not fit to create a live action series. And I completely disagree. Yes, there's a difference, but they were producers and showrunners, meaning they were in charge of making a lot of the big decisions, but it wasn't just them. Me, I had full faith that they could create a good live action series, but I'm sure they had plenty of people helping them who have had experience with live action series. Now, there is always a chance that even with them, even with Bryan and Mike, it could have been bad. There was always that chance. But I guarantee they would have put their heart and soul into it. And with them, it had a chance to be an amazing live action adaptation. But I can guarantee without them, without their guidance and their vision, it's going to be another M. Night Shyamalan disaster. They had to step away from the live action film as well because they felt like their input wasn't being taken. And we saw what happened. It was a disaster. Most of the community, I know there are some people who really enjoy the live action adaptation, the film, and that's great. I'm really happy for them. But most of the community really hates that film. Even people who've never seen Avatar the Last Airbender, the series, who saw the movie that I've talked to, really didn't like the film. And I'm not saying that's everyone, but I have talked with several people who've never seen the series who just despised the film. And Netflix doesn't have the best track record for live action adaptations. I know things like The Witcher was really good, but let's talk about Death Note. Why, Netflix? Why? Live action adaptations don't usually work, but I really thought with the original creators on board, it was going to work. I had genuine hope in this series. Long story short, that hope is gone. And I will not be watching the live action adaptation on Netflix. Hands down. Like, even if it is good, for them to disrespect the original creators in such a way that they had to leave the series, I just don't agree with that. My plan is to click on it, give it a thumbs down, and to never look at it again. But we'll see, who knows? Maybe it'll get amazing reviews, and maybe it'll actually be good. There is, I guess, still always a chance, but I'm not really waiting around for it anymore. If it comes out, it comes out. If it gets canceled, great, honestly. And you know what, Mike and Bryan, I wish them the best. I hope that they're able to find a new series that they're really passionate about, be it another Avatar series, or another original series, or even, I don't know, I don't care. I'm just excited to see what they do next. They are amazing creators, and they deserve way more respect than what Netflix has given them. Anyway, that's all, I guess. This was just more of a rant video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to join the flock, and I will see you in the next one. Mother Goose out.